For 35 years, Bob Barker was America's favorite game show host. Then in 1994, he called a press conference that shocked everyone. A model from The Price is Right had accused him of something terrible. She wanted $8 million to stay quiet. Instead of paying, Bob decided to confess. But what he admitted wasn't the whole story. The woman said there was much more. She used words like daddy's room and described things that made viewers sick. When asked directly about her claims, Bob's answer changed everything. Bob Barker was born on December 12, 1923 in Darrington, Washington, a small logging town with fewer than 1,000 people. His background was unique. His father was one-quarter Sioux, which made Bob one-eighth Sioux. Bob always took great pride in this. In interviews and public appearances, he often spoke about his Native American roots. He used his fame to support Native American causes and bring attention to their struggles. At a time when Native American identity was often ignored, Bob stood tall. He embraced his heritage and showed the world that it was something to be proud of. This courage set him apart and added another layer to his charm as one of America's most familiar faces on TV. Bob's early years were filled with challenges. When he was 8, his father died in a workplace accident. His mother, Matilda, moved them to the Rosebud Indian Reservation in South Dakota, where she became a school teacher. Life on the reservation was different. Bob was surrounded by Lakota traditions, languages, and stories. His mother got him involved in school events, pageants, and storytelling. From a young age, he learned how to speak in front of people. These experiences shaped his natural stage presence and taught him empathy and resilience. Bob would later say that his time on the reservation helped him connect with people from all walks of life. In 1939, at just 15, Bob went to an Ella Fitzgerald concert in Springfield, Missouri. That night changed his life. In the crowd, he met Dorothy Jo Gideon. They hit it off right away. Both loved music and adventure. Their teenage romance grew stronger through high school. In 1945, they got married. Bob was 21. Their marriage lasted 36 years, until Dorothy Jo passed away in 1981. Bob always called her his best friend and moral compass. He never remarried. He said she was the only woman he truly loved. Bob's journey in education was just as impressive. He studied economics at Drury College in Springfield, Missouri, but World War II interrupted his studies. In 1943, Bob joined the U.S. Navy and trained as a fighter pilot. He was ready to fight in the Pacific, but the war ended before he saw combat. The Navy taught him discipline, leadership, and teamwork. After the war, he went back to Drury College. He graduated summa cum laude in 1947. This was no small feat, especially after serving in the military. Bob always stayed proud of his Drury roots. Bob and Dorothy Jo married on January 12, 1945. It was a simple ceremony during Bob's military leave. Wartime made everything uncertain, but their bond was strong. They cherished their anniversary every year, remembering their early days. Bob often said Dorothy Jo shaped his values and supported his career. Their love stood out in the entertainment world, where lasting marriages were rare. Bob's path to fame started in radio. While still in college, he worked at KTTS-FM in Springfield. He was a disc jockey, announcer, and news writer. This job helped him pay for school and sharpened his speaking skills. The station became the place where Bob's warm and clear voice began to win over audiences. He learned how to engage listeners, time his words perfectly, and think on his feet. In 1950, Bob and Dorothy Jo moved to California. That bold move opened new doors. Bob soon got his own radio show, The Bob Barker Show, in Burbank. The show ran for 6 years. It mixed music, interviews, and friendly talk. Bob's style was easygoing and fun. He made listeners feel like part of the show. This period helped him build the charm that would later make him a television star. Then came the call that changed everything. On December 21, 1956, at 12:05 p.m., Ralph Edwards, creator of Truth or Consequences, heard Bob on the radio. He was so impressed that he stopped his car and called Bob. Edwards offered him the job as host of the hit game show. That call made Bob a household name. It was a lucky break, but also a reward for Bob's hard work and natural talent. On New Year's Eve, 1956, Ralph Edwards introduced Bob to TV audiences. He told viewers, "The man we selected we think has one of the brightest futures in television. Remember this name. You're going to hear a lot about him." And Edwards was right. Bob's warm style and quick wit made him a star. Bob hosted Truth or Consequences for 18 years. The show became the #1 daytime program during his run. It was full of surprises, stunts, and pranks. Bob had to improvise all the time. His ability to ad-lib made the show fun and lively. When Bob Barker walked onto the stage as host of The Price is Right on September 4th, 1972, television would never be the same. Daytime TV back then was mostly soap, operas, and quiet quiz shows, but Barker's charm brought a fresh energy that grabbed viewers right away. Under him, The Price is Right became the longest-running game show in North America. By 2025, it had aired over 10,000 episodes. Barker stayed with the show for 35 years from 1972 until 2007. That run beat even Johnny Carson's record on The Tonight Show. The show's famous Come On Down call and focus on regular people turned it into a household favorite. Barker's time as host earned him a spot in the Television Academy Hall of Fame and made him one of the most important figures in TV history. In September 1975, the show did something no game show had ever done. It became an hour long. Before that, game shows were only 30 minutes. The new format meant more players, bigger prizes, and new features, like the Showcase Showdown and the Big Wheel. Barker's lively style kept viewers hooked for the full hour. Ratings soared as millions tuned in. Every day, other shows tried to copy the idea, but none matched the success of The Price is Right.